Yes, thanks for staying with us on the South Australian Sports Show, Poppy. The Invictus Games not too far away, actually in Sydney in a year or two. But, of course, the man that knows all about it, Mark Reidy's been good enough to drop in. Mark, how are you?
Yeah, good, guys. How are you?
Now, mate, you've been to Orlando 2016. That's where it sort of started for you, really, with the cycling, didn't it?
Yes, it did. That's what inspired me to go further with behind the scenes and help current veterans become athletes.
Well, you did a good job with that, and you've raised money in a lot of other ways, but 2017, Invictus Games in Toronto.
Yes.
I was reading up on it. Tell me if I'm wrong, 180 people have applied to be part of the Invictus Games, either as an athlete, as a coach. You had to trim the squad to 53, but you've got to get it to 43 because that's all the host nation is going to allow you to take. So there's some tough cuts to come in the next couple of weeks.
That's correct. I was there at the Australian Institute of Sport in January for selection camps. We took 5 over from South Australia and there's 3 left. So it was very, very competitive. I think Orlando staged that. The way the Americans put on a show is fantastic, as you know, and it's just promoted it even more. And Prince William, he's a great ambassador for his foundation, what he created.
Well, Harry?
Prince Harry.
Yes.
And he created it, and it's just something that's gotten bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, I've got to say, look, I agree. I really admire what Prince Harry's done. He's sort of come from this, I don't know, bit of a rebellious sort of upbringing to actually finding something he feels and throws his absolute passion into, and I think he's brought this.
He's been a part of that though. He's been in the services, hasn't he?
Well, yeah, I think he's really brought to the forefront, you know, this common passion for respect for these people that have served. I think it's great.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the short story is that he has got some form of post-trauma. He was on a plane when he got pulled out of Afghanistan. Prince Harry was on a plane back with a Netherlands soldier who got killed in action, and saw his friend who was escorting the body home. It just traumatised, and he said, well, there's something more I need to do, and this is what he did. He's got the coalition of all these countries together, of the willing, to compete and come together as a team, and it's courageous. It's
growing rapidly, isn't it? I mean, there's 550 athletes competing in Toronto from 17 allied nations, so much bigger than it was in Orlando. Now we're going to come to Sydney next year. What numbers would you expect in Sydney?
I reckon they reckon 600 plus. We're thinking squad 100 plus for Australia because we're host nation. And there's an exciting new event that we're hosting, and that's sailing. There's going to be a feature event, and imagine that. You got the harbour,
beautiful
sailing boats. It's going to be fantastic view.
I think we'll probably just revisit just what Invictus represents to the sort of the servicemen that are given some sort of focus post service to the country.
That's correct. So the servicemen and women have a goal to set. It can be Invictus, it can be something beyond, but it gives them something to focus on. That's correct, and it gives them something to aspire to.
Is it only those that have suffered a mental or physical trauma in some way, or is it anyone who's been a service man and woman?
Yeah, it's for the wounded, ill, or physically like if you've lost a limb and all that, and that's where it helps. Yeah,
for sure.
You've got to be some incapacitated physically or mentally.
So it's across the 3, isn't it? Army, Air Force, Navy?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Mark, you went through it. You talked about Prince Harry. You touched on it with him. Depression after. You went through it yourself, and cycling. Correct. You said so. You've been fortunate enough to be involved now. Have you seen the effect it's had on other people returning?
Yeah, I have.
You say it with a smile. You say it with such like it's
because it's great.
So rewarding.
I've got a guy in the program now, the Road Home Wellbeing Program, which is an association of UniSA Pathways, Invictus Games Pathway. I've got a guy now who 2 titanium rods in his back, ex-army officer, captain, Afghanistan tours, first one to put his hand up to say he's got mental health issues, PTS, post-trauma. was in a bad way, alcohol, substance. Now, I put him in, I said, come out and try wheelchair basketball, right? Wheelchair basketball.
Yep.
So he can walk and all that, that's no worries. You can be able-bodied. And put him in there, he loves it, he's addicted to it. That's his outlet now. So now he's looking at one of these $9,000 wheelchair basketballs, which are configured, they're so expensive.
Do you need a guy?
Yeah, and he's just
I know a
go
bloke that might be able to give some time at shooting, three-pointers. Very
I
good.
don't know if I'm that good from the wheelchair. Mate.
Very
I've
good.
played. It's a lot harder than it looks. I'll tell you the one that's really dangerous that you guys have is wheelchair rugby.
I know, I played it.
Oh,
it's just
it's
ferocious.
like watching the demolition derby.
They used to call it murder ball.
Yeah, I
right?
reckon it is too. But they've got some great. I think golf's just been introduced into Toronto too, so that'll be an interesting one. But I know there's basketball, rugby, and tennis in the wheelchair, isn't there? So the one that interests me is sitting volleyball.
Yeah,
Have you watched that? I've not.
I played that last year.
What's it
it's
like?
hard.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like crabbing. You got to be on your hands, your palms, and on your feet, and it's like crabbing when you move, and then your bum's got to be on the ground, and you're up on the ball. Yeah, so it's really hard.
Archery and athletics.
Yeah.
So are they? But they're not necessarily wheelchair.
No. But archery is huge.
Yeah.
So you got to imagine the military member, especially the Marine, US Marine, the Army, with their precision. If they're ex-infantry, rifle shooting, archery, same synergies. So archery is big.
Yeah, don't compete against the sniper. Would be my advice.
No, exactly right. I think too, though, especially it'd be nice to get a lot of financial support's always crucial.
Oh, yes,
and for yourself here, across South Australia at the moment, she's hard work. But any sort of support, I'm sure you'd find
we'd appreciate
very helpful.
Yeah, we do. The Road Home Wellbeing Program, and we're a stand-up alone. We were part of the REPAT Foundation, REPAT Hospital. We're a standalone now. The REPAT Hospital is now obviously gone, just about to go. So we're expanded our wellbeing program into helping the veterans and first responders now, like the police officers, fireys, and AMBOs, and correctional services. They need help too.
That's become a really big issue in recent times.
Oh, huge. And now they've come into our program, and there's synergies between ADF members, our military members, and the first responders. It's that teamwork, it's that goal setting, and you see them together, it's amazing.
Just quickly, UniSA and the Invictus program, they've got a link together now. You're organising that. Can you give us a brief on how that's going?
A great partnership with UniSA between the Road Home University South Australia. We've got a link where the School of Sports and Sports Medicine down in the East Campus, where they help us out on every veteran in the program gets a personal trainer.
Wow.
And they go to the gym. They work on their physique, where they need to improve, on their strengths. Yeah, so I'm on the program.
Fantastic. I need to get on the program.
My glutes and my legs are really sore today because I was at the gym yesterday. But and that's a 24-week program. So they'll get them up to a stage where they can be at the selection camp and ready to compete, to go for selection, to make just the team. And then beyond that, they'll go. And then there's we honoured a PhD scholarship called the Invictus Pathway Scholarship, Invictus Games Pathway Scholarship to University of South Australia for physiology. Yeah.
All right, Mark, appreciate you coming in. I know you've got to get June the 7th, you're on the boat with your mate Prince Hazza. So we'll catch up with you when you come back from that, mate. Take a break, stay with us, still lots to come.